We're all looking for more time, right? We try to manage it, save it, squeeze every single second out of our day. But what if the whole point isn't to manage time, but to steward it? Today, we're going to explore that huge shift in thinking, seeing our time not as something we own, but as a sacred trust.
And it all kicks off with this number, 24. This is the great equalizer. I mean, think about it. It doesn't matter who you are, how much money you have, or where you live on this planet. This is the number of hours you get every single day. Not a minute more, not a second less. That's why it's been called the most democratic gift. It just creates this perfectly level playing field. In a world that is so full of inequality, time is the one resource that's handed out with absolute fairness, a daily gift to every single one of us, no exceptions. And that right there brings us to the crucial point. If we all get the exact same amount, why are the outcomes so wildly different? Well, the answer isn't about how much time we have, but it's all about how we steward it. And that's really the question we're going to dig into today.
So to answer that, we first need to get a handle on this foundational idea. Time isn't just a resource we use up. It's a universal gift that kind of requires a response from us.
This verse, wow, it just reframes everything, doesn't it? The goal of numbering our days isn't about becoming some kind of productivity guru. It's about gaining a heart of wisdom. The whole purpose is qualitative, not quantitative. It's about the person we become through the way we use our time.
And here's the central concept. Stewardship completely flips the script. See, if you own something, you can pretty much do what you want with it. But if something is entrusted to you, well, now you have a responsibility to use it for the owner's purpose. That's the huge mindset shift from owner to steward.
Okay, but this isn't just some passive idea you think about once in a while. Stewardship comes with a deep sense of purpose and, from this perspective, a very real sense of urgency.
Now, this is a core belief in the Adventist faith that really frames their entire approach to this. The idea isn't just that time is precious, but that it's also running short. This belief that we're living in the final chapter of history, it adds this layer of eternal significance to every single moment that passes.
This quote really hammers home just how all-encompassing this obligation is. I mean, listen to the wording. Every moment. Not just the hours we spend at church or in prayer. We're talking about the minutes in traffic, the time at work, even our moments of leisure. Every single one is seen as an opportunity for stewardship.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, you can think of it as two sides of the same coin. Saved to shine is about protecting our time from being wasted, and called to bless is about actively investing that time in things that have eternal value. So it's both defensive and offensive, you could say.
All right, so if our time is really an investment, where should we be putting it? Let's get really practical here with a clear framework for making what are called eternal investments.
I mean, this is the question everyone asks, isn't it? It's great to have the philosophy, but how does this actually translate into my daily schedule, my Monday morning, my Friday nights? Okay, let's break it down.
So this framework gives us 4 key investments. First up, prioritize God. Starting the day with devotion just sets the whole trajectory for everything else. Second, protect the Sabbath. This is presented as the ultimate act of stewardship, giving an entire day right back to the giver. Third, evaluate distractions, being intentional about what captures our attention. And fourth, invest in people, because relationships with family and community are seen as a truly eternal investment.
And let's be real, that third point, evaluating distractions, is a massive challenge today, right? The source points directly at these very modern time sinks. The question isn't whether scrolling or entertainment is evil, but whether it serves an eternal purpose or if it just drains our spiritual vitality. It's a call for real intentionality.
So all of this leads to a final and really powerful reframing of how we think about time. And it starts with the words we all use, probably every single day.
We've all said this. I've probably said it today. It's our default excuse, and you know what? It feels true. It kind of positions us as victims of a busy schedule, totally helpless against the clock.
But stewardship demands a completely different response. It asks us to shift from a statement of scarcity to a question of accountability. See, I don't have time is passive. But how am I using the time I was given? That's active. It puts you back in the driver's seat and puts the responsibility right back where it belongs, with us.
And tying this all back to that sense of urgency, this idea of time as a sacred currency is just incredibly powerful. Think about it. You wouldn't just throw money away, right? You'd invest it wisely. The argument here is that time is infinitely more valuable, so it should be spent with even greater care and purpose. And ultimately, that's the final question. According to this perspective, our time is like a loan, and one day we're going to be asked for an account of how we invested it. It's a sobering thought, for sure, and it's designed to make you stop and really think.
So it all comes back to this: a simple, really memorable two-part mission for every single moment we're given: to reflect goodness and to actively contribute to the lives of others. That, in its very essence, is the stewardship of time.